Hello and welcome to the FTX Outback. This has been available for around a year now. It's been quite popular because it's a budget scale crawler. You can get a scale crawler made by like a big brand like Axial for around the £250, maybe £300 mark. They are quite expensive. This, ready to run with a 2.4 gig transmitter, is 140. The radio probably isn't that brilliant. It's you need 4 batteries in the bottom there, 4 double A's to make it work properly. The Outback is quite different in its design. I'll take the top off and show you. The normal 4 clips on the to hold the body on, and it comes off. This isn't new. I've been playing around with this. I've relocated the battery at the front and put the ESC at the back. I was saying about the shocks, and it's not like it would normally be on another vehicle. The shocks are inboard here. I presume that's to stop them fouling against the wheels and stuff like that. It's just not as wide. Quite a small differential. I believe these are all metal gears in there. They're lock differential, so it's permanent 4-wheel drive. Little 380 motor in there. That's been getting quite hot. I haven't taken it outside. I've just been messing around like in the living room, calling over other 1/12 scale shells that I've got, and it has been getting quite hot. But however, it's managed to get over everything. I didn't record that because I didn't see the point, to be honest with you. The other thing that I don't know if it's going to work all the time is the speed controller, which is just there. Normally lives there, but I swapped it to the back for better weight distribution and things like that. I've heard of these packing up quite soon after the truck's been driven. I've driven it for about an hour, I suppose, and at the moment it hasn't packed up. What I'm going to do today is, because you don't get a long run time from the 1500 NIMH battery, about 10 minutes, something like that. However, if I put a 2-cell LiPo in it, which the speed controller is capable of handling apparently, I should get a good hour out of it, just like messing around, things like that. Okay, if you was to put a 2-cell LiPo in there, I hope you can see that, there's a little black clip there that you have to move over to allow the speed controller to know that there's a LiPo power in it, and not a metal nickel hydride, which is the NIMH battery. Nickel metal, whatever it is. Yeah, that's it really. I'm going to change the mini Tamiya plug. I don't know why they fitted these. Probably got paid to. I'm going to change these over for a Dean's plug. I'm going to cable tie a battery in the front of it, and that can stay there then basically, because it's not got a high draw on the from the motor. It's not going to be stressing it at all or anything like that. The front servo is a nice quiet unit. Yeah, pretty can't hear that. But I also noticed that it hasn't got a lot of strength in it when trying to turn the wheels, like to manoeuvre over an object or something like that. You put the steering over on the throttle, on the transmitter, sorry, and the wheels don't turn until they've got room to turn, so it's quite a weak servo, but it's waterproof. The whole thing's waterproof actually. So let's see what we can do with it. We're going to do a few running videos, things like that, in the water, to make sure it's waterproof, make sure it's everything that they say it is. I've seen there's other videos on YouTube. Have a look for them, and see what you can make of it yourself. But I think I'm going to have some fun with this. Might even get another one if they're any good. Okay, I'm going to put a Dean's plug on there. Another thing about this speed controller is the the FTX one that's in the truck already. It's got a voltage cut out, which is good if you're running lipos, things like that. This is a bit of a bodge way of doing it, by the way. You don't really want to do this unless you unless you don't plan on keeping your speed controller. To be perfectly honest with you, it's not that good for something that you need slow speed for. It hasn't got any crawling abilities, if you like. It's got a minor, like the first speed is too fast for a crawl. Excuse me. Get back to this. The speed controller, the slowest speed is too fast for a crawl, basically. There's a guy on YouTube who has swapped it out for a hobby wing. Where is it? 1060 brushed quick run, sorry. Speed controller. It can take a 2 or 3S lipo. It's got a BEC of 5 volts or 2 amps. It's got a cut off if you was to go over. Go under your what you want your lipos to be discharged down to. Forward brake, reverse, forward and brake, or reverse and forward. That's the 3 settings on the front of the speed controller. I might put that one in because I've seen that these are quite good, but I want to see how good this is first. What I'm going to do, I'm going to bodge a couple of wires onto the end of the speed controller. I'm going to get rid of this Tamiya connection here and give the truck a run on a lipo. It should last a lot longer than it does at the moment. It's not the ideal way of doing this, by the way. I'm just doing it to extend the wires because the wires aren't very long, to reach my lipo battery on the other side of the truck. But what I always do is put shrink wrap on the wires, because it's literally a bit of wire that goes over, a bit of plastic that goes over the wire like that and isolates the connections. It looks a lot better than rolls and rolls of electrical tape all over the place, and I've only got green as well, so if you see this, it means it's gone okay. If not, I've got fed up with it and I've thrown it all away and started again. Okay, I've only got a stupidly thin solder, you probably can't see that. You really need thicker solder for this. It's crap it is, that's why I bought it. Oh well, never mind. So I've got a soldering iron. Put a bit of solder on there. Always helps with heat transfer and things like that. Need to hold this for something, it's going to get hot quickly. Let's try it. Have a look at that. Don't ask. Need that to hold it, don't I? There we go. okay. Turn it around. Wipe the soldering iron off. I'm not doing a demo on soldering irons because everybody I know knows how to solder. Okay, so that's two wires with tinned with solder. Right, let's get rid of this connector. So that's the that's the Tamiya plug off the speed controller. What's that there? That one. Be careful because they do stay up for a while afterwards. If you was doing it all professional like, you would have black on the black wire and red on the red wire. But I've got so many tiny bits of shrink wrap hanging around, I don't want to. Here we go. Oh, that didn't work. That's one there. A bit of a bug holding them together sometimes. Give it a tug to make sure it's a good connection. Cover it with shrink wrap. Okay, sorry about that. The previous memory card had was set up. I filled it up. Amazing how quick that happens. Okay, so all the wires are done. I swapped the plug over on the speed controller so it knows it's only on a LiPo. Now we come to securing the LiPo in the truck. I'm going to do it with cable ties because I'm cheap. Put one there, one cable tie there, one there. Take the battery out. It's a tiny little battery compared to the LiPo that I'm going to be using. You done a good job of this. Okay, so because of the unique way this is designed, the LiPo won't sit in the conventional manner like in that direction because the shock absorbers are too close together. So I'm going to have to cable tie it in like that. This will. I've tried this out. It will still clear the body. Body when it goes on the top there, and with enough cable ties it won't fall over or move around or anything like that. All I've got to do is tie it in there. So I use cable ties for everything. It's good, and you can get them for on eBay for about 1,000 for a tenner, some sellers. So don't go to B&Q and things like that because it's horrendously expensive to buy them like that. Probably going to need another one on there because that one's not very fit. What's that through there? Get your battery. And then, as you pull your battery tight, just make sure that you're not catching any clips or anything like that in the cable ties. I've only got one on, so I'm just going to put it tight. Not it too tight, it breaks the casing on the lipo. Grab a couple of cable ties and go around the other bit. You can see there, it's going to sit in there nicely. When the cable ties are tight, I need to get a pair of pliers. A pair of pliers just pulls it that little bit tight and makes it that little bit more secure, like that, and like that, and that pretty much is not going to move. There we go. You put all these bits on. Like that. Okay. So there you go. You have your clear the next, hold on. Battery in your truck. Okay, the weight's on the front. It's good for that, for like climbing stuff and things like that. Get your controller. Right, so that's on the LiPo setting. Plug that in and turn your transmitter on. Take a deep breath. That doesn't work. Yes, it does. By Jove. Oh, no problem. What you've got to remember is when you mess around with these things, you need to double check, triple check and everything else that the wires and all of that aren't going to get munched up by your transmission and you're wildly spinning and your transmission as it's spinning. Okay. On the radio, just there, there's a dual rate that determines how much of an input the transmitter has into the speed controller. Okay, because my children have been playing with it, I put it down to like a quarter, which is why the wheel speed wasn't very fast then. I've now turned it up to 10. It goes backwards. there you go. That is one happy FTX Outback owner, and with a battery it's going to last more than 10 minutes. Right, everything's off, so now let's put the body back on just to prove that it all fits still. Put the back wheel, if you can't see it, yeah, there you go. Put back a spare tyre hold on it. It does fit. I know it does. Okay, so there you go. That's the FTX Outback at Wheels RC, LiPo powered. I've got a spare speed controller ready to go for when the first one packs up, and we will be going out for a little run at the weekend, I hope. Nothing else comes up, so stay tuned for that. See what I am while you're here. I'm a bit disappointed with that. There is the sticker for the window. If you look there, you can see where they haven't masked it properly. So you've got a bit of window, bit of blue there, body colour sticking through the window. And the sticker's not very good either, it's peeling off. Never mind. What do you expect for 130 quid, eh? 140 quid actually. So, good articulation for a scale crawler. Is it a scale crawler? It's just a scale truck really, isn't it? It's like a, well, it's supposed to be a Toyota Landcruser. They nicked the Tundra name. Okay, that's for my ramblings. Take care. I hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up, thumbs down if you didn't like it, never mind. Onwards and upwards, we'll have a go at this on the outside and see what we can do. Take care, bye bye.